I have been a Browns fan since I was 7 or 8 years old, and my grandfather told me the history of the Cleveland Browns. I've been a fan. And I have never, ever, of all the years of misery, pain, and suffering of watching the Cleveland Browns, felt as bad as I feel right now. And that's saying something. That's saying something because watched every single game when they went 1-15. I watched every single game when we went 0-16. Every single game. I do not feel as bad right now as I felt back then. And it kind of reminds me of when I was in high school. I dated this girl. And, mind you, back then I didn't have any self love or respect for myself. And I just wanted to be in a relationship and I didn't really care. Right? That's kind of how I was back then before I did a lot of healing in my life. And I dated this girl and she was not attractive and she cheated on me. And I remember thinking and saying to her, like, you're not attractive enough to be treating me like this. And that was the end of that. And that's kind of how I feel about the Cleveland Browns right now. They are not good enough for me to continue to get my heart broken every single week. And I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not. I feel like I need to burn some sage. And I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. Right now, we are 1-4. We have the same record as the New England Patriots, arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL. We look just like them. In fact, we have yet to score 20 points this year. We are bad. But the worst part is, I really thought that we were going to be good. We have all the same core players coming back, but something is not correct. This is terrible. It's not like this is bad. It's like this is comically bad. Like, I feel like I'm watching a horror film. Like, what did I deserve to do this? This is the worst that this offense has looked in the Kevin Stefanski era, which is crazy. We only had 2 games last year where we didn't score 20 points. And we had PJ Walker. And we had DTR. We had Deshaun Watson. And yes, we had Joe Flacco. We had 2 games last year where we did not score 20 points. We have yet to score 20 points. It's terrible. It's terrible. And I feel like I've been bamboozled into sitting here thinking that this is a timepiece. And I'm going to sit here and put up with this. It's not. This is ugly. She's ugly. And she's treating you like crap. Don't even be upset by it anymore. That's how I feel. And so that's how I really feel. I am not going to get emotionally involved with this team until they show me something. Every single week I'm watching just like insanity, literally insanity, expecting different results, and the same thing keeps happening. It's literally insane. Now, my only glimmer of hope, I'm going to wait about 2 more weeks. If I don't see any signs of life from this offense, like, I'm just going to watch the highlights. Like, I'm never going to not root for the Cleveland Browns. I'm never not going to support them. But what I'm not going to do is have a 3 or a 4 treat me like crap and then I get heartbroken. It's not going to happen. All right? It's not going to happen. But the only thing that I'm going to wait for hope is because what these defenses are doing, they're running two high safeties, they're spying on Deshaun Watson, they're sending pressure, and they're sitting on the coverages. If Nick Chubb comes back and he is 85% of what he was last year, I refuse to believe that they're just going to be able to sit in two high safety. It's not going to happen. Even if he's 85% of what he was, I think that will open up the run game. But if we don't see anything, like if we don't score 20 points still with David Njoku back now, Nick Chubb back, like I have no idea what is going on with the chemistry between Amari Cooper. I don't know what's going on, but this offense looks putrid. It looks no different than the New England Patriots. It looks like I'm watching the New England Patriots. We have the same record. And I feel like I need to burn some sage to rid this feeling of dog water that I have from watching this team. But I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to give them like a couple more weeks to break my heart. And if they do not show me any signs, if something does not drastically change in the next 2 weeks, because I'm going to let Nick Chubb get fully recouped back into the offense. If Deshaun Watson doesn't show a drastic, I'm talking 3 touchdowns, 275-yard game, I'm not buying it. You're a 3 and you're cheating on me. I'm not buying it. I'm not even going to be emotionally involved. I'm just going to expect that this team is bad. The defense doesn't even look that great either. But I don't blame them for this offense literally is historically bad. This doesn't look any different than Deshaun Kaiser back there throwing the football. This is terrible. So hopefully Nick Chubb can get those safeties out of too high. That is the answer to that. They want to run too high, run the damn ball, run the damn ball, run the damn ball. And then Kevin has been able to do that every year, no matter who's at quarterback, no matter who's at running back. Like, I don't know what. It's like they've bought this really expensive toy. They've bought this really expensive Ferrari, and it's in the middle of the winter. But because they've spent so much money on this Ferrari, it's like they're forcing us to look at it, and they're driving it in the snow. Run the damn ball. If you want to get them out of the too high, skinny linebacker look, put your weight on them. Obviously, whatever is going on with this offense, it's not working. And something drastically needs to change. But that's going to be it for this time. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. Peace.